A lot of excitement building in the air. Obviously, we got the perfect weather day for it today. No rain. That's all we want is no rain. But no, exciting times are ahead of us, and looking forward to March 1st.
You have been through this before. What's different for you this time? Maybe the venue, maybe, I don't know, just what's different for you?
Yeah, a couple things. One is our venue was 60,000. We're at 85,000 now and counting. So it's going to be very loud in here, and very excited to be at the shoe. Obviously, following the national championship, what a way to have the next event here in the building.
The Blue Jackets, just in their history, have not had a lot of opportunity to be on a big stage like this. I mean, how nice is it, just from an organizational standpoint, to be the center of attention, in the NHL universe?
Well, I know Columbus has been trying to get this game, and to be able to lock this down is huge, not only for our players, fans, but the whole community and the whole Central Ohio, because we're gonna have a lot of people here who have never experienced NHL hockey. That's what I found before. So the opportunity for everybody, is gonna be something they're gonna remember. I've said I go to a lot of big events, Super Bowl, World Series, and the event we had there, an outdoor game, it beats almost all of them. So I think it'll be the same thing here come next Saturday.
Along those lines, I mean, the CBJ already kind of in the center of attention because Z just played so amazingly well at Four Nations. How nice is it to kind of rebound off that excitement that tournament just gave the NHL?
Yeah, no, the tournament was tremendous. Everybody talked about an exhibition series going into it, and it turned into quite a bit of an exhibition series. Great hockey, the best players of the world of the four countries, and Z, obviously, I think he ended up leading the league in scoring, or the tournament scoring. So he kept us proudly, and be happy to have him back healthy.
Speaking of health, you guys got a few guys back. How nice is that going into this final push?
Yeah, I'm excited for especially Boone's case, because he gets hurt right before the start of the season. He's our captain, our leader, and be able to come back. He had this target for March 1st. He wanted to be back, so we're back a week earlier. And then Marchenko, I can't say enough about it. Here's a guy who breaks his jaw 2 weeks ago, has surgery, puts 2 plates in, gets cleared from the doctor, and the doctor said it's up to him, and he said, I'm playing. So nice to get him back. And then Fabro back on the fence, who missed a few games because of concussion. So we're going to roll into this next 4 or 5 games, leading into the March 1st game in pretty good shape from a health-wise.
These games can have kind of a carnival atmosphere around them. So many people, so many things going on. How meaningful is it that the game is meaningful, and how much of a different twist is that from what maybe people would have expected?
Yeah, and we'll talk about that as a team. I went through it last time, and we played Washington, which was a big game for point-wise. And so, we're going to enjoy all the festival atmosphere and all that. But when the puck drops, the 2 points are important. And that's the great thing for our fans. This game means something. It's not an all-star game. It's not an exhibition game. These are important 2 points for us. So you're going to see the best from both teams, because I think we're battling 1 point apart right now. And that's the exciting part about everything going on. Everybody's going to have a great time. It's going to be a great show, but the game means something. It's going to be a great game.
Do you like playing Detroit 2 nights earlier in Detroit? Does that add a little spice?
Yeah, it's a little spice to it. I didn't really pay attention until a couple weeks ago, and I noticed it on our calendar. So, it is what it is, and get them back to back like that. It's and especially getting them away first and then home is always better for us.
I assumed you watched the game last night, the Team USA Canada game. What did you make? What was your emotional response to the Johnny Gaudreau chance? The Johnny Hockey chance?
Every place we go, we hear about it and have the fans there in Boston cheer his name. It's just another special moment, and very, very touching for everybody involved in this. And we're looking forward to have Meredith and her family here for the outdoor game. So looking forward to getting her in here and doing some things during our game for the Gaudreau family.
You mentioned the 85,000 in here. How amazing will it be to hear that many people probably chanting Johnny Hockey?
Yeah, that would be tremendous. I can't. The crowd has done it before, so we don't need to prop the crowd. They all feel it, as we all have. So it'd be very exciting for everybody involved, and especially the family. Show the appreciation of what Johnny meant to this community.
How nerve-wracking was it to watch Zach in the Four Nations?
Oof. I just kept watching other guys get hurt, and I kept saying, there's that one player. We don't want to lose any players, but particularly Zach at this point of the season. So it's nice to see him get through healthy and playing very well throughout the whole tournament.
From your experience in Carolina with their playing the game, what can you pass on to the Blue Jackets players about playing an outdoor game? And just the conditions and everything.
Yeah, like I said, the biggest thing is once the puck drops, we got to put the families aside, put everything aside, and win the hockey game. That's the biggest thing. The day before we'll have a family skate, we'll have a lot of time with your family and the rink and that. But come game day, it's just another game day that we got to prepare for because it's so important in the standings.
From a hockey perspective, what is so special about moving the sport outside?
Well, I think the having 85,000 people here is the exciting thing. Obviously we do very well at Nationwide, and our fans have been great. But you think about 20,000 there and have 4 times that here, it's going to be unbelievable exciting.
And for the players to take it outside, I mean, it's got to take them back a little bit of nostalgia for a second.
Yeah, a lot of guys, grew up playing on outdoor rinks and that, and not too many guys have had that opportunity to play an outdoor game. So for most of them, it's going to be their first. So I know they'll be as excited as everybody else is to be able to play the game here.
Don, coming off of 4 Nations and now having this outdoor game and having your experience in Raleigh in a non-traditional market, this is a non-traditional market. Just from a growing the game standpoint, what does this game mean to this market? What did it mean in Raleigh?
Yeah, just like I said, we probably will have, guess the number, 30,000 people have never maybe been to a Blue Jacket game, because, people are coming because it's an outdoor game and now they're going to get exposed to Blue Jacket hockey. So I think the growth of the game is mightily important from a fan perspective. I've always said with hockey, we got to get people in the venue to watch a game live. They can become better fans once they know the game and see the game on TV. But to get them their first live viewing, I think, is a big step, and I think this event will show that.
You brought a player in your experience like Sean Kuraly, who is playing this game in his hometown like that, and just how important something like that would be for him.
Well, for him to be in his hometown here, being able to play in front of all his family and friends, I know we have a lot of family and friends coming in from a lot of different areas from across the ocean. So, but being local here, everybody knows Sean, so it's going to be a special day for him.
Don, before you know it, the trade deadline is going to be on us here. I mean, it's coming up quick. How important is this next week? Is it important to what you guys ultimately do this next week or so?
I believe so. We got a game on Saturday, Chicago, and then we got Dallas, then we got back-to-back with Detroit. So, right now there's so many teams in the mix, and you can't fall. You fall 3 or 4 points back at this point. It's hard to make up when you're chasing multiple teams. If you're chasing one team, it's different. So, no, we all know these are playoff games for us. For our young players, they get this experience. This is playoff hockey right now, and we got to show up every night to try to get 2 points.
A question you may not be able to answer, but any projection of how many Detroit fans will be here? Tickets have been sold to them, and what that would add to the atmosphere?
I think it's going to be, I don't know this for a fact, but 95% Blue Jackets fans. I know we've kind of dominated the market, which is good. So there'll be some Detroit fans, of course. They got great loyal fans up there. And the difference is this is our first outdoor game for the Blue Jackets, where the Red Wings have played in 5. This will be their 5th. So they've done this, before another venue. So, but I still think with the rivalry we have with Detroit, that we'll get a number of fans from that city up north.
Don, when you begin the season, you always want to be in the position you're in or better at this point in the season. But with everything that had happened, everything that's happened since, how amazing is it what this team has done to be in this hunt at this point?
Yeah, I'm so proud of what the players have done, and the coaches have done a tremendous job of leading that way. But the players, I can't say enough about our leadership group. I said before the start of the year, if we could be playing meaningful games in March, that was a huge step. And, nobody probably looked at me and said, you're crazy to think that. But, it all starts, we lose Boone and we lose Brunson and, other guys, Z and Monahan and Olivier all step up. And, the leadership, and it's given our young players a chance to grow this year under some great veteran players. So I can't say enough about the players, to be honest. I mean, again, I'm not taking anything away from the coaches. They've done a great job. But in that locker room, it's the players that keep this machine going.
Have you talked to Zach today?
I have not talked to him today, no.
Do you know, is he playing for sure tomorrow night? Do you know?
I'm paying him to play, so he's going to play. I'm not giving him a night off.
That settles that.
He's got a trophy to go for.
You mentioned the veterans, and they have been fantastic as far as leadership. How much fun has it been to just watch the core group of young guys that you have grow this season and really kind of start to push this team?
Yeah, no, it's been great because, again, I said when I got here, I know this team, I know these players, but you don't get to know them till you're in the locker room with them, Nat. And all these young players, the Fantillis and Johnsons, I mean, they all want to be the best they can be. And, again, it goes back to leadership. You need people that can teach them that ropes. But it's also one thing to teach them, but they also want to be willing to learn it, and they have been. Like Fantilli, when he was playing behind Monahan and watching Monahan night in, night out, how he prepares not just for games but for practices, and then Monahan goes down and Fantilli jumps in and we don't miss a beat. So, no, it's been remarkable for these young players. And again, these are crucial games for us, but they're big games for these guys to learn how to play in big games. And that's what's exciting right now, that we're still in the hunt here come beginning of March.
I think this is James Van Riemen's like 7th outdoor game. How important is it to have somebody like him that can help tell the team what to expect?
Yeah, no, experience at any level is really good. But JVR is such a good guy and such a good teammate, so I'm sure he'll share whatever knowledge he has with the guys.
Was that any consideration at all when you signed him, or was it just kind of happenstance?
No, no consideration at all. I wasn't even thinking about the outdoor game when I was building the roster out.
Speaking of an older guy, you got Joe LeBate comes in. It's almost 8 years since he's played in the NHL. How cool is that to see a story like that?
Yeah, no, it's great. He's earned it. He's played well down in Cleveland. He's a big body. So we just felt, we want to give him a shot here. And it's a great opportunity for us to bring him in and give him a look here starting tomorrow night. So always happy. You don't do it for those reasons. You do it on a reward system, the guys that deserve it. And right now we felt that the way he's played down there, he deserved an opportunity.
John, you've seen Boone from the outside looking in. You've seen him preseason. How different, how excited or intrigued are you to see what it looks like tomorrow night?
Yeah, no, I'm real excited. I'm excited for him, too.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how he looks and how he's going to play. But he's worked so hard. I mean, all the guys that are injured, have really worked hard. But he's in there every morning. I see him every morning. See him, he's the first one there in the morning, last one to leave during the day to make sure he's doing everything he can to prepare for this. So I'm so happy for him that his rehab's gone very well, but he's even ahead of what they initially thought. It's because of the hard work he's put in.
Just how much of a consideration is there's other guys that are still out, you may get them back, but how much will that impact what you do between now and the deadline, and it could even be stuff before this game?
Yeah, there could be stuff before this game. You don't have the guys. There's speculation when guys are going to come back, but I don't know if that'll play a factor in our decisions. If we can, again, if we're in it and we can add pieces that we think are things that are going to help us continue down this path. And I've said all along, we're not in a position to trade first-round picks and trade top prospects for rental players. That's just not where we are in this process. Saying that if we can make our team better at the cost that we're willing to pay, we're willing to do that. And we'll also look at explore the options of players going the other way too at some point.
Along those lines, I mean, at the deadline, we're always talking about teams that have rentals, teams that want to get rentals, things like that. You guys have all this cap space that you're going to have. You got all these. I mean, you have the ability to make hockey trades beyond the season, right? I mean,
Correct.
Is that something that?
I'd much rather make a hockey trade than a rental trade. But saying that, most of the teams that we're talking to right now are not trying to delete it all from their team. They're trying to add. I think those opportunities are going to come to us. Probably more post season than right now. There may be a couple things you can do, but not anything that's going to say wow at this point. Because all the teams that are in the playoffs, they're not trading good players away right now. They're just trying to add to their mix. But again, I have talked to some teams that are like us, bubble teams, about some hockey trades, and potentially that could happen.